What's up, dudes? What's going on, guys? Here, my name is Buzz, and today we're going to be doing a little myth busting. Oh, exposed. So yeah, basically there have been quite a few rumors over the past year of hackers and things. I kind of would like to start a series where I just go ahead and bust the myths that are associated with Roblox. You know, like certain hacker. Like certain hackers, certain scammers, just overall all the myths and crazy stories you hear on Roblox. I'm here to ruin their childhood. Yeah, what I want for you guys to do today is comment down below your best hacker name. Give me a good one. Top 3 guys to do that, I'll subscribe to you. What's up? So yeah, otherwise than that, let's go ahead and get on into it. Alright guys, so we're going to go over 4 different types of players right now, and these are probably the most popular people on all of Roblox in general. I'm talking about the hackers John and Jane Doe. We're going to count them as 1. We're going to go next to the community. Then we're going to go one by one. And then we're going to go with Guest 666. These are like the main hackers that you see everywhere on Roblox. You still see videos with them like, oh my god, I saw Guest 66 in Roblox. Then you also see like, oh my god, the community took over my account and stole all my Robux. That's not true. That's bullcrap. Let's go ahead and debunk that. So we're just going to squash this one real quick. And this was the John and Jane Doe. Can I say it any weirder? The John and Jane Doe one real quick. And this is literally official Roblox. It's right there. Roblox. Woo, 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 woo. HTTPS. This is the John and Jane Doe myths. You can see it right here. The real backstory of John and Jane Doe. So this is like done by the actual Roblox staff themselves. And they basically are telling you, I'm just going to kind of summarize it, that they show like the accounts that they have. And they said it was owned by quite a few different people. Whether it be like, Dave, the boy Dave, Eric, all these guys, the OGs of Roblox, the first few people, and they were just kind of tester accounts. They testing, right here it says testing purposes. These are not like, these aren't anything. These are just Roblox owned accounts where they, try different clothings, just overall test items and test like the friend system. And they used to actually add friends and it was like a kind of like a badge or award. And eventually this kind of turned into like a rumor. Like everyone was like, oh my god, if you add him, you will get hacked. The whole March 14th thing. So as you can see, he'll be like outfitted with a brand new set of clothes. That's pretty much everything you need to know right there. They tested out all the new and cool stuff. And here's like a big like, hey everyone that wants to make videos on this, myth freaking busted. This was made in response to all the March 14th hacking controversies. It was made on March 21st, a week after. I'm pretty sure it's March 13th or like March 14th or something. I don't know. It was like a week or so after, made by Roblox themselves directly from there, and they just said they squashed it. Yet there's still people that are like, oh my god, conspiracy theory. They're just out here to get us the whole time. You gotta unite, guys. We have to unite and stop this madness. It's not that deep. It really isn't. I mean, people going around acting like this is like the apocalypse of Roblox and everything will happen. Like, it's just like the freaking Nostradamus or whatever. They made a whole movie on it like 2012. Someone farts wrong nowadays and everyone thinks the world's gonna freaking end. It's 2017, my friends. We have hoverboards. The world ain't freaking ending anytime soon. So that was John and Jane Doe. Myth busted. Now everyone kind of knew about John and Jane Doe. It was kind of like a big thing. They were like, this is all fake hacking stuff. If anyone makes a video on it now, oh my god, the response they get is just like, people are running at them with like freaking pitchforks and stuff. Like, get out of here. We will not fall for that again. But this next guy right here, people still think he's around and he was an actual hacker that just totally like killed all of Roblox at one point. This is one by one. 1x1x1x1. This guy right here, he's a little interesting. I personally thought at one point, I was led to believe that he actually was a hacker, but just like freaking John and Jane Doe, this guy did the exact same thing. This guy was owned by Schlesky. It sounds like Schlotsky's, like I'm gonna get a submarine sandwich. I never know how to pronounce his name. Shedletsky? Maybe? Yeah, I don't know. Like this next one, it was speculated as a huge hacker, but kind of not what you think it was. So overall, he was basically a story in one, I guess, Shetletsky. Let's look at him real quick. We're on the Roblox Wikia, which, you know, Wikipedia, best resource to find any accurate information. We're gonna go look at Shetletsky, which I think he was yeah, this is one of the actual guys, like, creators, and he created what was like Sword Fight on the Heights, and this guy was quite the creator. He's become a really big, I think he's like an admin, or he's kind of up there. I'm pretty sure he works for Roblox now, but he created a lot of really cool, amazing games, and he took over the role as like Telemon, I'm pretty sure, if I'm getting it right from this website. So he's also Telemon, oh my lord, and he was basically kind of like a guy who liked to create stories and do backstories, and like, you know, overall he was just a creator. He created amazing games and he made stuff like that. So overall, it wouldn't be a surprise that he had some sort of evil character or just some character in his story that was taken out of context, and people were like, that is actually true. He was like a creative developer for a long time until about 2014. I think he's kind of like on an as is needed basis. So like, hey, we need a good idea right here, a solid idea. Can you give me any good ideas, Shetletsky? You know, he's like, let's no, not anymore. They speculate him as like a hacker, like someone took over his account. This is literally just a story. It's basically like me saying like the freaking Hardy Boys are out there investigating my house right now. If you don't know what the Hardy Boys is, freaking read the books. Or like, you know, I can literally like go in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean or wherever it is and drop down and find Bikini Bottom. Doesn't happen. You gotta separate fiction and nonfiction, because it's not true. It's just not true. But it makes for good fun. I mean, one by one, whatever, how many ones that is, it sounds like a cool hacker name. Our next one is the community, and he was on John Doe's friend list. It's probably just another account that was, you know, one of those like tester accounts. I wasn't able to find too much information on it, but nothing has happened to Roblox, so it's not like he's an actual account. I think he was then taken over by another guy. Maybe he was hacked into, or it was just someone messing around with us, and he kind of came back. He wasn't an actual hacker. I think he just might have happened to have that name. He might have even been one of those guys that actually friended John Doe and got the badge. There was like a whole like little game. Like if you friended John Doe, you were able to get like a badge. So he could have probably been one of those guys who actually like he won something and got it. Now this guy went under a lot of scrutiny just because John Doe was considered a major hacker. So they thought anyone on that list as well was another major hacker. The only thing about this is he wasn't. I think he was just a normal guy that was just kind of filling a role, and he got banned for it. I mean, what if people were like, oh my god, Buzz, you are the new hacker, or whatever your username is, it blows up and you get banned. That would really suck. I'm thinking he was probably someone that was associated with Roblox, and they just shut the account down because they're like, all right, no more of this. This is weird. This does not need to happen. So that one's gonna be debunked really quick. I think he wasn't that popular out of all the group. He was still in it. You know, he had the face bag. He really played the role off by looking like a hacker, but overall, it wasn't. It was not a hacking at all. It's just another guy that just happened to be claimed. If you guys want to do anything, claim me as the hacker. I even have hacked in my freaking name. Gnarly. Even though I set a hacker date at one point and it never happened. It was like August 10th or something like that, or August 17th. I was like, oh yeah, guys, by the way, I'm a hacker. I'm gonna do that. I had like so many people tweet at me. They're like, you are not a hacker, Buzz. You suck. To round off our list, we're gonna go with Guest 666. And I'm pretty sure he spawned off from an original creepypasta where they were talking about how he was like a stalker. He kind of came around. These names are way too coincidental to be considered like an actual hacker. If you've ever think about it, like there's not many people that are like 666 hacker kid for life. Those kids aren't the actual hackers. The hackers are the kids who are just, you know, like Steve Madden. Something dumb and very unoriginal. I know Steve Madden's like a freaking clothing brand or something, but you know, something like that. But the name Steve would be a perfect name. I just love the name Steve. Like, stop being such a Steve, Craig. The name Craig and Steve. You don't need to be Guest 666. People always claim they see Guest 666 in their lobby because he was considered a stalker. And this creepypasta turned into a huge uproar. They thought he was a hacker. They thought he was going to take over everything. YouTubers made huge videos on how they saw the next Guest 666 stalking them. It's just like those paranormal activities where people are like, oh my god, I'm getting dragged by a ghost. No. You're not getting dragged by a ghost. Just freaking Jet 666 7840 is not in your lobby. He might be in your lobby, but he's just kind of an entity they put in there. I guarantee you, I can put something in like a lobby and be like, hey, that's John Doe right there. And I can make what looks like John Doe. People can manipulate games to make it look like there's a player in their lobby that actually isn't. Now, I think it's kind of funny how some of them, you can like manipulate it to an extent. If you guys want to go ahead and like make stories out of it, that can be cool. But people are actually trying to act like it's real. It's all scripted. Everything's freaking scripted nowadays. I get lied to all the time and I didn't even know it. Like, who knew the sun wasn't real? I'm just kidding. So this guy was in particular really creepy and he's really easy, no guess. It fits right. It fits right. So that's why I'm pretty sure that's why he blew up in particular. I kind of like him out of the best though. I also like John Doe because I see John Doe. John Doe's like an anonymous name if you didn't know, by the way. Like if someone's John Doe, he's just anonymous. That's kind of another word for anonymous. So if you don't know someone, you just call him John Doe. Or they use it on like credit cards and things like that. Get 666, 666 is like the devil and all that. They all have like their own little meanings to them. And now they're all like super hackers, it seems to be like. And by the way, if you didn't know, creepypastas are really cool to read, but don't never think they're actually real. I remember when everyone thought Slender Man was real, like Slender Man sightings. It's the same thing. Things never change. It's like, you talk about Slender Man, you talk about all these, when scary games were like in the now, right when PewDiePie was getting big, Slender Man was huge. I was like 12 years old. I was like, oh my God, he's coming to get me. I see him in all these photos. Photoshop is really good nowadays. So that rounds off our list. We had 4 guys we want to talk about. If you guys want to go ahead and suggest down below who I should talk about next, I'm thinking about the don't click me's, the don't read me's, all of those. I'm going to try to expose them in some sort of myth busting. If you guys like this, please leave a like. I would definitely like to know if I should keep doing this series. If it does well, I definitely will do another one. And all the rest of that, you guys had an amazing, sexy day. I want to thank you so much for taking the time out of the day to watch my content. You guys are really amazing and have really been supporting me a lot lately, so I really appreciate that and I wanted you all to know that. Otherwise than that, I'll see you guys next time. Later.